They called the men from El Paso the Miners, but it was the Volunteers who struck it rich. Tennessee's offense picked through the UTEP defense for 56 points, while the ball stoppers dug in and kept the Miners from pay dirt. We'll have all the highlights next on Big Orange Sunday.
The UTV Network presents Big Orange Sunday with your hosts, the head football coach of the University of Tennessee, Johnny Majors, and the voice of the Vols, John Ward. Brought to you by the Big Orange Ford Dealers of Tennessee, where you can get America's best-built, best-selling cars and trucks. By Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Vols Football Centennial. By State Farm Insurance and the State Farm agents throughout Tennessee. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Budweiser, Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. By First American, where banking is still a people business. By Golden Flake Snack Foods. One taste and you're stuck on Golden Flake. And by Tennessee's Natural Gas Utilities and Pipelines.
Natural gas.
Tennessee at Neyland Stadium for the second home game of 1990. Over 95,000 fans. Beautiful, beautiful night for football, and it all came out rather beautiful for Tennessee as well.
It was a great night for football, and on the walk from the Thompson-Neyland complex where we work, such a great complex, it's the first little feel of fall. In fact, when I got up yesterday,
the walk with the team down to the dressing room at the stadium.
And in fact, and going to the mailbox yesterday morning after the great rain we had, it had been so hot and dry for so long. The first really feeling of fall weather, and you know it's fall in the air when you go to our stadium and see the fantastic support we have, and 95,000 fans for our second home game, and the color of the stadium, the colorful orange and white in there. It was a great night to play a game any way you look at it, and a completely well-played ball game. Everybody contributed, in my opinion, and every area of the football team contributed, and I certainly believe it was our best football game of the year. We've made continuous progress in the first 4 weeks, and can you believe we're one-third of the way through football season, still not out of September yet.
Not even into the second half of September, but we're ready to begin the first half of this football game. Tennessee against the University of Texas, El Paso, and UTEP is kicking off, and Tennessee is receiving. And back here will be Anthony Morgan, bobbles the ball.
You've got to catch that one. We might have had a soft spot at the middle. Our coaches talked in the press box. You got to catch that one. The man's been around here 4 years. You got to come on, Anthony. Let's get ready, man. Kickoff time. Go, go, go.
So Tennessee has the ball, first down and 10 to go. And after a pickup of 6 yards on the first play, we pick up the action right now. Second down and 4 at the 34. Here to tell you about it, the coach of the Volunteers, Johnny Majors.
Well, we did get the ball out to decent field position, but it was a bad start on kickoff return. And good cut, Tony. There wasn't much there. The Miners gave us some different looks on defense quite a bit. Charlie Bailey's a fine defensive coach who coached at Kentucky, Florida, head coach at Memphis State, now in El Paso. Also at the University of Pittsburgh as assistant head coach. Excellent background. I tried to hire him once upon a time. Fine running, heavy rolling post. Excellent running. He's big and strong. And I'll tell you a story about rolling.
It was Roland Poles from Caledonia, New York. Let's take a second look and look at the blocking up front. Number 50 out there. That's Myslinski. There's Doug Baird downfield. Tennessee's offensive line opening the hole, and there goes 242-pound Poles for a gain of 25 yards and a first down.
Myslinski's father and mother were down from Rome, New York. His father's an assistant coach up there and does an excellent job as a coach. And they had a big win last week. Covered, well, no, I'll tell you what, that's a touchdown if he hits him in the hands. He was beaten he beat the two receivers in between them, just a little bit overthrown.
Tennessee's quarterback Andy Kelly going for Vincent Moore, and it will be second down and 10 at the 36. The Volunteers in orange. Number 24 is Tony Thompson.
Good running. Don't step, Tony. Good running. That's good running. Good hole. Our line's blocking very well. I mentioned, Doug Baird was one of our game captains. There's John Fisher, the fine center from Milan, who's a 3-year starter as a fourth-year junior. It's his 3rd year of playing. From a fine program over there. John Tucker's been an outstanding coach in this state for 30, 40 years.
There's Poles carrying for the first down at the 26-yard line in a scoreless game. Tennessee and UTEP.
This team was a better football team than Pacific, and our team played the best complete game all the way around we played this far. Penetration, backside linebacker shot the gap. I don't know who let him free there, but the backside had a little seepage. Left side of our line.
That was Baron Wortham who made the tackle. Tennessee to the line. Here comes a penalty marker in just a second.
That's no good. That's no good. I thought the play, looking at the sideline, the play, I think, had a chance to score. I have not seen it on film yet. It was certainly a good possibility. That's just, can't do that. Can't do that. You can't jump off sides like that.
Second down, 16. Here's the draw. Here's Tony Thompson to the outside. Picks up 9 yards, and so Tennessee at the 23-yard line has it 3rd down 7, nothing. This the opening drive of the game between Tennessee and Texas El Paso.
We overcame that penalty, but you can't depend on that against outstanding performance we're going to see. That's a good fine catch. And this young man here is as fine a receiver as there is in the country. None better in the Southeastern Conference.
Alvin Harper, senior.
Alvin Harper. He's so valuable to our team. Good timing by Kelly. Good protection. So valuable to our team because he's not only an outstanding athlete, he can high jump 7 feet 1.5 inches. He has great hands. He's a wonderful runner with the ball. He's as good a practice player as this field as we've had on Hudson Field and in Neyland Stadium. And he is a leader par excellence.
And he's made big catch after big catch when Tennessee really needed it. That was one that gave Tennessee the first. Thompson picks up about 3 yards in the middle, and this will be Poles banging the left side, and Hewitt makes the tackle, so Tennessee is faced with 3rd and 3. The ball's trying to improve on the offense inside the 20.
That's what concerned me so much about that doggone penalty back there. We did overcome it, but now we've got to get the ball in the end zone in 4-down territory. The offense got it down. Oh, Tony, you almost went too wide, but a fine effort.
Tony Thompson sails for the score.
That's a wonder. That's a very good effort. Very good effort. He was too hesitant getting there to take it a little quicker up inside because the outside is contained. You see the end come upfield or the halfback. That's a halfback. But a very fine run and good hurdling into the line.
So somersaulting home for the TD is Tony Thompson, scoring his 5th touchdown of the year. And the extra point by Greg Burke is up, and it is good. And so midway in the first quarter of the football game, Tennessee leads by a score of 7-0. We'll be seeing more in the first quarter. All of the highlights of this game coming your way on Big Orange Sunday. The Tennessee Volunteers take the opening kickoff, move downfield to score at 7-0. Tennessee kicks off. We pick up the action now as the Volunteer defense is on the field. Perez, the quarterback for UTEP, 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Carrying the ball forward is Bogan, knocked down by Sean Walker. 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8.
And about 3 more Volunteers, and I see Fuller getting up there, and I see Fields and Smith might have been in, but 4 Volunteers in on the play. Sean Walker's been a real impact player. He's one of the most improved players that we've had at Tennessee the 14 years I've been here.
There's the Utah underhand pass to Bogan. It is juggled and is ruled incomplete.
When that's thrown forward, that is an incomplete pass. That's what Coach Wyatt, our great coach at Tennessee, is called the whoopee pass. You catch your breath. Whoopee.
2nd down and 8. Defense. Perez in trouble looking to throw. Long pass is just out of bounds. And so Tennessee's defense stops the Miners, and it will be 4th down and 8.
Good, contained by Casey Rogers, number 99, from Humboldt, another West Tennessee man, and Chuck Smith from out of Athens, Georgia, and Northeast Oklahoma Junior College.
Here's Brownlee punting to a very exciting Dale Carter.
He is exciting. He's quick as a cat. As tough as he is quick. He is a tough, aggressive football player. He has wonderful ability.
So it's 1st down and 10 to go for the Volunteers.
Jack Sales did an excellent job. Well, Tim Mingy, recruiting coordinator, set it up, and Jack Sales did an excellent job recruiting last year for junior colleges. He says Coach Dale Carter is an impact player, which he certainly has been at this stage.
UTEP comes into this game with a record of 1-1. They lost to Brigham Young by 30-10. They won over New Mexico State. That time they stopped Tennessee, 2nd down 9. Kelly's pass is complete. Morgan turns it on and jukes out of bounds just past the first down marker. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Good throw by Andy. He's right on time, good on good rhythm. Tell you what, it helps your, some of these folks that play 7 or 8 people like these, it really helps their rankings and the national rankings. I'll tell you, great catch, excellent catch. That shows you an example of Harper, nothing to it, like he has glue on his hand.
It's Kelly passing, Harper catching.
Some of those Big 8 teams have been playing 2 or 3 games a year in that national rankings every year. And some of the other conference schools have had wonderful schedules, and they're going to have national rankings up high.
2nd down and 5 as Kelly completes the pass to Harper, who has made his 2nd catch of the game. And the give this time is to Thompson, and Thompson turns it on and races downfield for the 1st down.
With some solid blocking that secured the left side of our line of scrimmage. But Tony also hit the daylight, and Tony's made very few bad cuts that I've seen in the last couple of weeks.
Amsler blocking number 47. Here's Thompson.
That's better. One thing that Tony's doing much better than last year, he's not doing as much dipsy-doodling and as much east and west running. That's not necessary. He's making a good little east and west move and back up toward the goal line, north and south, and doing one less wiggle than necessary, and that's really encouraging.
Amsler carried on that play for a gain of 8. We pick it up with Tennessee 2nd down and 2 at the 8-yard line. Amsler, 47, will carry the ball. He bangs forward for another 1st down. It's 1st and goal with the Volunteers leading 7-0 at the Minor 5.
Poise. Like our coach used to tell us, last thing he'd tell me, he said, Johnny, to get inside the 10-yard line when you call the play, to make sure, it reminded him, no offside, no penalties, no mistakes. That's what I told Andy Kelly at the time. Hey, Andy, tell him no mistakes.
This will be Tony Thompson. Touchdown, Big Orange.
You don't want to do a lot of extra talking, a lot of extra motivation in the huddle, but a quarterback's got to take charge. Remind him the little things. Don't stop yourself, offense. Don't beat yourself, football team. Now, where to go? See him tuck the ball with both hands. He felt heavy traffic coming. Secure the ball with both hands if necessary. 47 yards in 7 plays. And here will be the extra point up and good by Burke. And so Tennessee's lead with 6:06 to go in the 1st quarter is now 14-0. Craig Martin is doing a very fine job of snapping the ball. Of course, Jason Julian's our holder this year. Fine athlete from the fine high school program at Halls High School.
Bogan tries the middle, runs into Fuller. 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8.
The defense played extremely well, John. They've played hard all year long. Larry Lacewell and Rex Norris and Tim Keene, John Chavis, Steve Caldwell, and Robert Nunn are doing a fine job with those young men. Bob Garman working with the secondary and the kicking game. Along with he's working with Tim Keene, of course, as a graduate coach.
Here comes the draw to Bogan again. Got a yard, and Walker's there on the tackle. It's 3rd down and 7.
Our defensive team has been well prepared. They know where to line up, and they're playing aggressively and with more confidence each week. And certainly we're going to need it, every bit of confidence and every bit of ability we've got, because we're going in one of the toughest streak of ball games that any football team can go into.
It's 4th down. Tennessee with a 10-man rush.
J.J. McCluskey.
It is blocked. That's McCluskey who blocks the punt, and downfield, covering it, Ernest Fields.
Ernest Fields appears to be around where the ball is. A big play man. Intercepted a pass for a touchdown last week, and from a recovery here, intercepted one for a touchdown, I believe, last year. And the big play, and he's really grown up a lot. Rex Norris is, well, in terms of defensive staff, that's J.J. J.J. just a great young man to have on your squad.
Led the team with 8 tackles in this football game, J.J. McCluskey, and here comes Fields chasing it down.
Fields is another outstanding young man from Milan High School. John Tucker over there. John Tucker and I've known each other for many, many years. He turns out tough football teams and good and tough players. Fields has grown up a lot. He's had a lot of maturity he needs to get done, but he has a lot of ability. He was a leading rusher, I believe, in West Tennessee history. And I think he would be a good fullback prospect. We moved him to linebacker because we didn't have any linebackers that could do the job a couple, 3 years ago. And he's really come along well. One quick story about Poles. First game, Tommy West, our new backfield coach at Tennessee, volunteered to pass. And we always, the coaches give tests to the players on Thursday, and a checklist and final game reviews and whatever. And of course, one thing we got to do now, fullbacks, we've got to block. What's the key thing? He's been talking about it all week. The key thing is fullbacks blocking. And they had on the test, what is the key thing this week? And Poe says, carrying the rock. So that was kind of an inside joke. Well, he carried the rock one time, I think, that first ball game. But I mentioned that to the squad on Sunday night after the game, and that Poe was carrying the rock so well. And the players got a good kick at it. Carried the rock pretty well last night, but he's a very good blocker. The first night he started about carrying the rock, he had 8 real fine blocks, intimidation blocks.
The fullback of the Volunteers, Roland Poles. Tennessee leading at halftime. We'll have, at the end of the first quarter, more coming up in just a moment. Tennessee leads at the end of the first quarter over UTEP by a score of 21-0. The Volunteer defense again stops the Miners. We pick up the action as the second quarter gets underway. First play, Tennessee has it 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line of the Miners.
Reverse play. Tony
the reverse.
Get it off to Vince Moore. Hit and get it. Hit and get it. Got prime receiver. That's where to go. See the receiver downfield. I think Harper's blocking downfield. The thing about Harper, he's a team player. Yeah, he likes to do things individually. He likes to catch the ball. He likes to run with it. But he's a team player. He hustles in practice all the time. I believe that's Lee Wood up there. I beg your pardon. It looks
I'll
like
tell you somebody else is number 8 downfield.
Andy
blocking.
Kelly. Out of the way, Andy, be a team man.
There's more, and there you see Andy Kelly
Andy
making
Kelly.
the block.
All right.
And it's a first down at the 29.
Pride of Ray County. There we go, Tony.
Tony Thompson carries through the left side for a gain of 5.
Running over the left side of the line. Charles McRae, the pride of Anderson County out there. Clinton, Tennessee. Of course, left guard Brzezinski. Tony's running toward the goal line now. He's making good cuts. He's doing the way it's supposed to, and he's getting some good help over there on Anton Davis' side that time, and Mark Adams, a fine junior tight end. And the right guard, Doug Baird, one of the most improved players this year.
Here
Touchdown.
goes Tony Thompson. Touchdown for Tony Thompson. 15 carries, 82 yards in the game. His 3rd touchdown.
That's a good soft spot. Mike Rapine's in the tight end right now from Cincinnati, a senior. Fullback, looks like Poe.
A second look as there goes Tony Thompson. Just exploding past the goal line, and Tennessee builds its lead to 27-0.
And there's Mr. Reliable, Greg Burke, who's been such a big factor in our football team the last 2 years, and a major factor in us having a championship team last year, without a doubt.
So it will be Tennessee leading now, 4 plays deep into the second quarter, 28-0 over UTEP, and the Miners come back on offense. And the quarterback is Mike Perez, a freshman. Pumping, passing, incomplete.
Welcome over J.J. McCleskey, overlapped over there by Carter. We have a bunch of young folks in there right now, backups, because Mark Moore did not start the game. He's in the ball game. I see Dotson in there, and I see
there's
Todd Kelly.
Andy Kelly. I'm sorry, it's Todd.
Good play.
Todd Kelly with the sack.
And Nelson, the junior college transfer at linebacker, has good ability. Still has a lot of learning to do, maturity to do. He can be a fine football player as he keeps going up.
3rd down. By my count, Tennessee used 17 offensive linemen, 26 different people made tackles, 13 running backs.
Good containment there by John Walker, and good coverage by Lance Nelson, quite evidently there in the picture. Yeah, John, playing a lot of people is very important. Here's a punt return.
And it will
Punt
be
rush.
the punt by Brownlee downfield, and this
Started like Willie Mays catching a fly ball, you know, if it was hit. I don't know when I've seen a safety man do that at ours, and I don't particularly like that technique, but he has good hands. We need to kind of work on that.
Carter returns for 7 yards, a 36-yard punt, and Tennessee's got it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The quarterback is Sterling Hinton, number 16.
Sterling looked confident last night and looked crisp. Good block there by Brzezinski.
He looks for the money man. That's Harper.
What's he going to step on? Cut back. Tuck the ball away.
Alvin Harper into the end zone.
He
Injured his hand right there, I think. Maybe got it caught in the wire.
I hope it's a cramp. He told me how it clamped. I hope there's nothing wrong.
Okay, anyway, let's take a look at the fireworks, and we'll take a look also at this
I guess where the
option
fireworks
by
come from.
Hinton.
I didn't know we had those. You get so engrossed in the football game, you don't realize that you have fireworks.
Here's the pass by Hinton. And look at this move by Alvin Harper.
He's a marvelous athlete. He is really a beautiful athlete to get right down to it. He's just graceful and speedy and can jump and makes the catches with such little effort.
The extra point by Burke is up, and Tennessee leads at the end of the first half. What is it? The score is now 35-0. We'll have more, but first, this message from your University of Tennessee. 0. Tennessee kicks off to UTEP to begin the second half of the football game, and the Miners have the ball after the touchback at the 20-yard line with Perez giving to Bogan.
Good play. Our defensive line, I thought, played very well. Our kickoff coverage was much better last night. Joey Chapman has an outstanding leg, has made some excellent kickoffs this year. When they did run him back, our kickoff coverage, I think, was the best it's been this year. That was one of the 4 primary objectives we had to accomplish this year. This week, besides winning the ball game.
That's Bogan carrying. Shazan Bradley is there to cause a fumble, but it's recovered by Brown, I think, who ended up with the ball. Anyway, UTEP has it.
And a good wave of
There's Bogan again.
It's a tricky ball play.
There's another fumble, and this time Tennessee's there to recover it.
I believe that was Lance Stelson and was that Shazan Bradley both in on the tackle.
That's correct, and Ripper recovered.
2 fumbles in a row, and we got the second one. But again, our kickoff coverage was much better. We worked on it with the premium work, quality work you might call it. You know, work is work, but you want to have quality work when you go out to practice. Good cut. Good old.
This is Tavio Henson carrying the ball and the give from Hinton.
Not bad, but he's got to keep his feet a little bit better. Come on, Tavio. Now pick him up and don't just let one arm knock you down. You got to get more than the lineman give you.
13 yards.
Give you.
At the fullback slot here is the freshman Kenneth Campbell, right up the middle for 12.
Nice cut, but also some good blocking. Certainly good blocking the last 2 or 3 plays in this drive. And Fisher's in there, and Maslinski's in there, and Baird's in there, and Anton Davis, Charles McCray, and
Here's the touchdown. Tavio Henson, touchdown, Big Orange.
All around good blocking is my friends. Some of our friends like Rufus Smith and people I played golf with, and Gene Hartman and whatever. All around good putt, Coach. When I circle a putt, you know, and don't hit it in the center, that's an all around good play.
And here's Henson carrying it in. 30 yards in 3 plays after the recovered fumble. And Tennessee now leads with just about 12 minutes to go in the third quarter by a score of 41-0. Now it's 42 on the extra point by Burt. And Tennessee will be kicking off to the Miners, who have the ball. They've been stopped, and Tennessee comes back with the football, and this is the pass from Hinton to Craig Faulkner, freshman from Richmond, KY.
He's got, Craig has good athletic ability. He's quick. He has good speed. But this is a play, John, that we've been using, believe it or not, since I was coaching at Arkansas. Frank Broyles was an excellent football coach and put this waggle pass in, we call it. And with different formations since that time, you vary your sets, but we've used that pass since I was coaching at Arkansas and took it to Iowa State and Pittsburgh and down to Tennessee, and with a few new wrinkles to it.
Well, the gain from Hinton to Faulkner was 21 yards. This is Tavio Henson carrying the ball, and he gets about 5. He's carried it, or will carry it, 6 times for 32 yards in the game. Campbell, 8 for 57. Jones, 8 for 57, rather. And it was, as we mentioned earlier, Thompson gained 85 yards in this game.
This is what Hinton has to do when he's in the ball game, is be crisp, be sharp, be decisive. And stay up now. Don't stumble quite as much. Stay up a little bit more. Keep your feet.
There's a penalty, as Tennessee's going to be called for holding in this game.
Come on, umpire. You know, mixed official crews sometimes will mess a game up if you're not careful. I hate mixed crews. If we play home and home with Atlantic Coast Conference team, I'd rather take our officials over there and they bring you theirs here, or vice versa. I hate a mixed crew. That's just not very conducive to smooth play.
There's the pass complete to Harlan Davis.
Harlan Davis also made a tackle on a kickoff. Speedy senior.
14-yard pickup. 3rd down, a yard to go. Campbell is the fullback for Tennessee. And this is he for the first down.
And umpire was, I think, in the WAC conference. I asked him, was he going to try to get a letter?
Tennessee's offensive line using a lot of people. McRae, Myslinski, Fisher, Baird, Davis, Girardi, Smith, Spivey, Stowell, Lenore,
That's a good
Todd,
cut.
Fenwick, Gordon, Martin, Warren, Shanley, Daphne.
That's good play. Good blocking.
Tennessee's got a new running back in there, number 30, Mark Jones.
Mark Jones ran the ball very well toward the goal line. I felt like he saw daylight well. And one thing about him, he's been hurt now for about 3 weeks and just been back into decent practice shape this week. He's always had a knack, a real fine young man, walk on a senior. And that's encouraging to me because we need tailback depth. There's Daphne pulling up in the hole. And a very, very sad thing. Look at the linebackers blocked downfield. There's Harlan Davis, and I believe I see Lee Wood there. Or is that... no,
so it was. I think it was Wood. Anyway, a gain of 22 yards by Mark Jones.
Corey Fleming. That might have been Corey Fleming.
Could very well have been, number 12 instead of 17.
Good blocking. I see Rapine at right end blocking well on the right side of our line. Of course, Patrick Lenore, a junior from Memphis, Tennessee. That's good blocking. Stole at left tackle. Right tackle is Bernard Daphne. He can throw a little bit more.
That's Campbell carrying. It was at the 8, pickup of 6, down to the 2.
Campbell's running a little bit better, and he's blocking a little bit better, getting a little tougher. He's had a lot of growing up to do himself, but he's a freshman. And red shirt. Ooh. Mark Jones had a very tragic thing. His sister died yesterday morning. He found out about it. Very sad, sudden thing, and he left this morning to go to her funeral. And very fitting, and he got a chance to play for the first time this year after being injured and scored a touchdown. The first one.
It's 2nd down and goal. Number 30, Mark Jones. Touchdown, Big Orange.
Good soft spot in the middle of the left side there by Stoll, and also the left tackle.
So there we'll see more fireworks, and here you'll see another run of that touchdown dive by Mark Jones.
And I think that's maybe Adams, I guess, a tight end over there that time.
That's who it was, exactly.
Adams.
The extra point by McCallum is up and good, and Tennessee has built the advantage to, 49-0 here in the 3rd quarter of the football game. There's more scoring to come, a lot of people to see, and we'll be seeing it with you in just a moment. The Volunteers lead now by a score of 49-0 as we move into the 4th quarter of the game, played before 95,000 fans at Neyland Stadium, and UTEP trying to get something going. They got the ball at the 43-yard line, as you see. Perez, the quarterback, waiting for the snap, bobbles the ball, and there making his 2nd recovery of the football game is Eric Ripper. So Tennessee's defense comes to play. We don't get to show, Coach Majors, all of the defense. In the 3rd quarter, a youngster came in making his first appearance. Chris Mims blocked the pass. He's done a couple here as well.
Six tackles he made. 6 tackles he made. And by the way, the game at that time, we had Patterson and J.J. Solis at tackle, 2 sophomores. And Mims, who was just come in as a junior college transfer at the end. And doggone, I wish I could remember who the other one was right now.
Here's the pitch to Jones through the right side of the line. Well, Tennessee defensively at ends used Casey Rogers, Javon Bradley, and also Chuck Smith, Todd Kelly, Chris Mims. A lot of people played. Tackles, Moore, Tullis, Patterson, Bailey. Needham was out with an injury, Surlis and Fuller.
Okay, now we have Robert Todd at left tackle, and we have Spivey from Jeff County, Todd from Memphis, Spivey at center. Todd at left tackle. And let's see what else we have in there right now.
There again, Mark Jones lashing through the left side of the line. The quarterback in there right now is number 11, and that's Lloyd Kerr.
Lloyd Kerr is a very gifted athlete. He's got to keep catching on to how our offense is operating. So he has a lot of ability. Not much help there.
Schufelt makes the tackle after a gain of about a yard. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 with the score Tennessee 49 and UTEP nothing.
This gives you an idea of the ability Kerr has. You're going to see the backs fake to the top of the screen, and he'll keep the ball to the bottom of the screen.
Kerr lines it up. There's that misdirection, and look at the speed.
220 pounds, probably 6'3", 220 pounds. His dad was a great athlete. His dad had a twin brother, played basketball at Colorado State. His mother is about 6 feet, a very attractive, lovely woman. And he has certainly size in his genes and good athletic ability.
There you see Kerr. Let's take a second look at the run by the freshman from Bolingbrook, Illinois. Makes a great fake, and look as he comes to this side. Everybody took the fake, and he took the football 25 yards for the TD.
Evidently, the back's supposed to make a good fake, because when I coached offense for Frank Boyles the last year I was there, he said, you know, Johnny, don't forget this. No fakey, no blocky, no play. So you got to fake, got to block to have a play.
Here will be the extra point that's up and splits them, and so Tennessee now leads by a score of 56-0.
Back to Mims, he was late coming in because his term overlapped our term, and because of summer school, and he just got everything cleared about a week ago. But he shows good ability. We decided to play him this week because we're going to need all the help we can get. In fact, official called it inbound, but he's out.
Initially, it was ruled complete, then it's overruled, and so it's going to be 3rd down and 10. 3rd down and 10 at the 37-yard line. Perez back to throw. Same pass downfield, a different result.
Beautiful interception to Thomas.
David Thomas with the interception.
Another one or two with Jack Sales, who did an outstanding job along with Tim Mingus' direction. How about J.J. Solis and J.J. McCleskey? We got a bunch of J.J.'s. J.J. McCleskey is one of my favorites of all, I'll tell you. If he weighed 250 or 310, he would be, but he has such great spirit, fine catch here.
There you see Thomas, another great athletic play by Thomas.
Good block by Eric Riffer.
And you'll see
doing a better job of catching the ball in practice. People get sloppy if you're not careful, but practice doesn't make perfect.
Battling
Perfect
downfield number 6,
perfect.
McCleskey.
And we're working much better at that. Keene's getting them doing it better every day, and so is Chavis, and so is Caldwell, the linebacker coach.
Well, the quarterback for Tennessee is now Steve Matthews from Tullahoma. The pitch goes to Keith Jeter, spinning around the right side of the line. He picks up about 5 yards. It's 2nd down and 5 at the 24. The ball's used 5 tailbacks and 5 fullbacks, I think, right?
We did, yes, John, right. 5 tailbacks, 5 fullbacks, and 4 quarterbacks.
That was, I believe, Keith Steed carrying the ball that time through the left side for a gain of 5. 1st down and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Steve Matthews down at quarterback from Tullahoma, Tennessee. And that's one thing I like about it. Our team went out and went, really sang the song, Elvis Presley, somebody, taking care of business. They did it the right way. Got after them against this team and against Pacific. We made improvement from each game to the next, in my opinion. We accomplished objectives we set out to accomplish last week besides winning. That was to improve our punt coverage, which we did, our kickoff coverage, which we did, our punting, which we did. We haven't been punting very well, and also we improved our scoring in 4-down territory. I wish football was normally that simple. It's not.
Jeter carries again. 4 carries, 10 yards for the freshman from Weirton, West Virginia. The ball's 4th down and 5, going to go for it. Throwing the ball, and it's Steed.
It was our best game of the year, regardless of the opposition, the most complete game, and everybody contributed. I thought very well played by the defense. The defense was lining up very well, and that's coaching, people getting in the right position, our defensive staff. And, of course, you can't coach and you can't win ball games unless you have players get it done, because they're the ones that win the ball game on the field, and they did a heck of a job. Offensively, we played much better than we have. And the kicking game was the most complete kicking game I think we played. The only the bad thing, and we had too many penalties. Sometimes that can be a mixed screw, but we cannot make excuses for that. We had none last week and a few too many this week.
So Tennessee wins by a score of 56-0. It was a victorious dressing room, and we'll visit with the Volunteers in just a moment.
Offensive lineman Anton Davis. And Anton, I know you want to talk about Auburn, but we've got to talk about UTEP and tonight's ball game, and Tennessee's offense came out firing early on.
Yeah, we, the biggest thing this week was not to come out and take anybody lightly. We knew we had to play a full ball game and execute our offense as well as we possibly could, and I think we did. We took charge of the ball game.
This game, we concentrated on the orange area, and that's one of the main emphasis we had in practice. And that's what we came out to do, and that's what we done. We got the ball down there in the first quarter 3 times, and that's when we took it in 3 times.
That first touchdown, you really seemed determined, diving up over the top, flipping around, and finally getting into the end zone.
Yeah, the coaches and the team had faith in me and to give me the ball, and so I have to do the best I can to get the ball in the end zone.
With me, senior ball running back Mark Jones, who got some playing time tonight. Talk about that. Must be a good feeling for you.
Yeah, it feels good going out there and playing for the Orange and scoring one. I haven't scored a touchdown, since high school, and I was the scoring champ in high school, and so it feels really good to, get out there and score one.
You caught some passes, getting some playing time. How's it feel for you?
It feels real good, being a freshman and stuff, and coming here at, UT is supposed to be receiver U, and all these, great receivers that are ahead of me that are seniors now, and, I've learned a lot from them. They've really taught me a lot. And, it feels good being I guess they call me the pup, it kind of feels good, being a young guy and, getting some playing time.
With me now, Vol quarterback Lloyd Kerr. First of all, talk about getting some playing time tonight. Feels good?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to get some experience, after sitting out all last year and having played for a whole year, coming out of high school and stuff. It was pretty good to get out there and play with the fellas.
Talk about the touchdown run.
Well, it was designed to hit Corey Fleming on an out route, but I turned it up because I saw it was one person to be beat, get the first down. So Flem put a nice block on, and I took it on in.
This team seems to be picking up a lot of steam at the right time.
Yeah. Coach Nate has really been, putting an emphasis on being disciplined and getting the job done, and just really, putting it to people. And that's what we have to do to keep on winning.
We'll be back in the Vol locker room with more interviews right after this. We're back in the Vol locker room with defensive coordinator Larry Lacewell. And Coach, 45 yards rushing, 103 yards passing for UTEP. Great effort defensively tonight.
Well, we continue to play about as well as we can, and that's all you can ask our guys to do. We felt like we could slow them down, and what pleased me is that we didn't seem to have a lot of mental errors in the first half. We're a little bit ragged the second half, but it was a day's work, and we went out and did what we had to do, and I was pleased with that.
You know, UTEP coming in with a wide-open offense and everything, Tennessee seemed to confuse them, especially the quarterback really putting pressure on Perez.
Well, I think what's happened is we've just been physically stronger than everybody. We haven't really been tested. We have to be realistic about that, but I don't think you can take away from our players. They're playing so hard, and I think we're playing smart, and I think that you take a team that's outmanned and like UTEP was, but give the ingredients and give the praise to our football team for not letting up.
And speaking of tough tests, there's really a big one coming up against Auburn.
Who? Who do we have? Oh, is that a big game around here, Auburn? No, it's going to be, and it's like I told somebody. I said, I think white meat's gone out of our schedule. Looks pretty tough, and we ain't got nothing but the necks left. But it's going to be an awful tough test. We haven't been tough. We will be.
Our defense has been playing well lately, and I probably say the reason because of studying films. We've been studying films a lot. Coach Lacewell, makes us study, classroom work and on field work. So I think that that's one of the major reasons we've been performing the way we have.
With me, ball defensive back Dale Carter, who continues to do very well on special teams. Talk about your success again tonight running back punts.
Really, I like it. I'm very surprised. And Coach gave me the status on my punt returns from second and Mason, so that surprised me too. I just went out there to have fun. Break up there, had a lot of blocks. So it went well tonight.
The Tennessee defense also doing well, both against the run and the pass. You guys holding them to just over 100 yards in the air tonight.
Right, we was coming out there, the defensive back got together and said, we want to hold like every team we play like under 100 yards, and no breaks or mistakes. So we got out there, game plan worked out for the defensive back and the up linemen.
And so Tennessee crushes UTEP 56-0, running its unbeaten string to 10 games, winning its 20th in last 21. Up next, the SEC Auburn Tigers. Coach Majors and John Ward will be back with more Big Orange Sunday.
Coach Johnny Majors, you touched on it a moment ago. Tennessee, here it is September the 15th. That's when the game was played. And Tennessee's already played 1/3 of a 12-game schedule. It gets tougher, though.
Yeah, in the good old days, you reported September the 1st and you didn't play till the third week. We probably wouldn't be playing our first game till this last night or maybe next week. But television's changed a lot of things. Of course, without television, we probably wouldn't be where we are today. We'd have some nice facilities, and it changes some of your starting times, which I don't like to play